Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are talking all about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. As you may have heard, it is opening at the Disneyland Resort on May 31st, 2019 and at the Walt Disney World Resort on August 29th, 2019 as well. Today we are going to go over everything we know about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge so far, so we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty space stuff. Let's go! Woo!
First up, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, what is it? Where are we? Who knows? So, we are set on the planet of Batuu, which is located at the furthest edge of the galaxy, hence the name Galaxy's Edge. Wow. And on the planet of Batuu, we are located at the Black Spire Outpost. Now this is a remote village that has smugglers, bounty hunters, everything that you can imagine here, and they have crafted this huge story to go along with this. So currently where we sit is about a week before we arrive there. The Resistance and the First Order have arrived at this outpost, and we don't necessarily know why yet, but we know it's gotta have something to do with something. So maybe that Black Spire, maybe, who knows? So we gotta stay tuned for that. They're gonna have a lot of comic book tie-ins, novels, everything. We are gonna have so much story into this land at Disney parks.
At Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, guests will be able to ride 2 brand new attractions, which is just amazing in itself. So the first one that we're going to talk about today is Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. So this attraction will allow you and 5 other guests to board the galaxy's most infamous ship.
So cool.
I know, it is awesome. And here you will be going on a secret mission with Chewbacca and Hondo Ohnaka.
That is so amazing. And they've kind of released some snippets about our pal Hondo, and he is one of the most advanced animatronics that Disney has ever made, only behind that Na'vi woman on the River Journey, who I still believe is a real Na'vi human alien thing. So this is incredible. It's awesome because you actually, while in line, you get to spend time on the Millennium Falcon. You get to see the holographic chess set. You get to see the halls of this incredibly iconic ship.
Yes, and you can also, while you're waiting in line, you'll be able to touch buttons and interact with the ship in ways that people have never been able to do before. So once you do actually board the Millennium Falcon, you can decide whether you're going to be a pilot, an engineer, or a gunner. And you are going to help save the galaxy, and honestly, we cannot wait to see what this attraction is all about.
Next up is the second attraction at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. I've got my pal Mickey here to help me with this one because Erin wants to be as spoiler-free as possible for this incredible, first of its kind attraction. So before we begin, Rise of the Resistance will not open when the lands open in their respective parks. This will be coming later this year. So we don't necessarily know when, but as soon as we do, we will absolutely update the video below, so keep an eye out for that. What is Star Wars Rise of the Resistance? This is a great question. We still don't necessarily know a whole lot about it, but what we do know, it is a trackless attraction and the most in-depth, innovative, Imagineering technology they have ever done at a Disney attraction, which is amazing because there are some super cool things out there that they have done. So again, we don't have a whole lot of information about this, but here is kind of what we've been able to piece together from what we do know. A part of this attraction, and one of the reasons that I think Erin is gonna freak out, is Neenub is going to be a part of this, Poe Dameron, Kylo Ren, BB-8, and so many others. On this, there's going to be life-size AT-ATs. You're going to have run-ins with hundreds of stormtroopers. It is going to be out of this world. It is based on a Star Destroyer, so kind of how we think this ride is going to work is eventually you will be loaded onto a Star Destroyer, which is absolutely insane. So you could actually see out into the galaxy, and that is something that I'm like freaking out about. I am so excited to just be able to actually be standing on the edge of a Star Destroyer and looking out into the galaxy. There's gonna be so many hijinks and adventures. I mean, you're gonna battle Kylo Ren. It is going to be out of this world, and they are taking their time on it, which is super. It's hard, but super exciting to make sure they get this absolutely perfect. So I know it's super vague, but we are jazzed and so excited to see what Rise of the Resistance will be.
In addition to the 2 new attractions coming to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, there will also be a plethora of dining options for guests to enjoy, which you know we love food. So we are very excited about this. The first one we want to highlight is Oga's Cantina. And what would a Smuggler's Planet be without a cantina?
I mean, it's iconic to Star Wars. You have to have that cantina scene. And an awesome thing about this in particular is our old pal Rex. If you remember him from the original Star Tours attraction, he is going to be the DJ here, which is super cool.
Yes, so they will offer drinks and concoctions for all ages. So there will be alcoholic beverages as well as fun, awesome drinks for kids. And this atmosphere is going to be totally unique. There's going to be music. You'll be able to run into new and familiar characters at the cantina. So it's just going to be a great place to hang out and discover more about the planet Batuu.
Next up we have Ronto Roasters. Now what this is, it's like a barbecue pit but fueled by an old pod racing engine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Awesome.
like, how much more Star Wars can you get to that? So this will have sandwiches, drinks, really a whole slew of more barbecue style food, but unlike we've ever had before because this is from across the galaxy.
Yes, and you should look up photos of it online. There are artist renderings right now, and it honestly looks spectacular.
Yeah, like there's legit a pod racing engine that you get to see.
Possibly one of the coolest parts about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is that guests will finally be able to try blue milk made famous by the Star Wars movie franchise.
Awesome.
We are so excited. So at this milk stand, you will be able to order both blue and green milk, but it's not actually going to be milk, which is fascinating.
This is awesome for people like us who lactose is bad. So kind of what it is, it's going to be a rice milk based, it'll be more of a smoothie or slushy, and the blue milk will be a berry flavor with the green milk being more citrus.
Yeah, it is going to be great. So make sure to go grab a thing of blue milk.
Next up is Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo. So this is a transport area where our boy Cookie Tugs has landed his traveling food truck where he has collected recipes from all over the galaxy to prepare for us here at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So he is known for being at Maz Kanata's castle, which we all saw in the films, and we are just in for a treat with I mean, there's vegetarian options here, which is super great with like a plant-based meatloaf, as well as tri-tip and other great drinks and dessert options.
In addition to the attractions and all of the delicious dining you can get at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, there will also be opportunities to get custom merchandise. First store that we want to highlight today is Savi's Workshop hand-built lightsabers, and as you guessed, you can actually customize and build a one-of-a-kind lightsaber here. And these are going to be different than any lightsabers we've ever seen. These will be the most realistic lightsabers you can buy anywhere.
That's so cool.
It is awesome. And the backstory behind Savi's Workshop is that there is a group of gatherers who still believes in the Force, and they want to kind of bring the Jedi back because they believe in all of the good things that it can bring to the galaxy. So they've collected kyber crystals, which is what lightsabers are made from, and you can actually work with them to build your very own customizable lightsaber. And they have all sorts of different kinds that you can choose from depending on like who you want to be. There's going to be lightsabers that will be more of a natural look that will use like wood and things like that, or you can make it metal. You will be able to build this from scraps that the gatherers have collected, but you must keep it a secret because they don't want the First Order knowing that they are out here building lightsabers. So if you do get one, you better not tell them.
Alright, the next shop is the Droid Depot, which you can actually build your own droid. Are you kidding me? That is amazing.
Mind-blowing.
So they have two options. You can either build the popular BB series, which is like our PAL BB-8, or the R series. So two different, completely customizable from beginning to end. You get to choose everything that your droid is and will be, which is absolutely insane.
Yes.
They also have pre-made droids for you, kits to build, as well as upscaled or upcycled objects from space.
It's gonna be awesome. And these, you want these little sidekicks with you because they will be your little protector throughout the galaxy.
It's so cute.
While you're visiting Blackspire Outpost, you'll also be able to do a little shopping. And as we've kind of touched on before, at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, shopping is going to be unlike anywhere else in the park. You will be able to buy objects and things that will only be relative to Batuu. So you won't be able to find a Snickers bar or like a regular t-shirt. You're going to find the galaxy's most unique items. At the store Toydaria Toy Maker, you will be able to get artisan toys and playthings created by Zabaka the Toydarian. And she has come to sell her items that she's collected from throughout the galaxy. And while you're there, you might actually be able to see an outline of Zabaka creating these toys, which is going to be really cool to see in real life. But these will be really handmade, unique, eclectic items that you will be able to take home with you as an awesome souvenir.
Yeah, and you can only find them here. Next up is Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, and this has our boy Doc here has created an absolute collection from all around the galaxy of so many different things. And one cool thing about this is there's going to be display of famous lightsabers throughout the millennias. So it's gonna be awesome to see these amazing iconic lightsabers. How he got them, we don't know, but you can also purchase things like jewelry, antique artifacts, kyber crystals like we talked about earlier, and so much more.
If you've ever wanted to take home your oak creature from the Star Wars galaxy, now is your chance. At the creature stall, you will be able to discover curious and exotic creatures and even take one home with you. So in addition to that, you'll also be able to peek into cages and crates of some of the galaxy's most interesting critters. But there is a warning, beware of the Raptars.
Oh. Blackspire Outfitters. Now this obviously is going to have our clothing situation figured out, but as Erin said before, these aren't just going to be Star Wars t-shirts. These are things that will actually fit into the universe. So if you want a robe or something to fit in with the locals of Batuu, this is where you'll be able to find it. And it's gonna be real cool.
It's awesome. I cannot wait to spend all my money there. Last up on our stop of the shops at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge will be the First Order Cargo and Resistance Supply. So here you can choose whether you want to be a part of the First Order or join the Resistance. And both of these shops are going to try to recruit you to them, which I think is really sweet. A very interactive element of this entire land. And here you'll be able to buy Resistance gear or First Order uniforms. It's going to be bonkers.
All right, now one cool thing about the whole land of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is it's going to be the most immersive, interactive experience we've ever seen at a Disney park. So this is going to be really cool. And one of the key ways they're doing that is through the Play Disney Parks app, which is a really fun thing that you can use throughout Disneyland and Disney World. But here specifically at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, there's some really, really cool things that they've said you can do. So, I mean, number one, first and foremost, you can hack into droids, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what is that? That's awesome. Other control panels and things like that, you can interact with those. You can translate languages, both written and spoken.
We cannot wait to see what that's all about.
Come on! You can also find precious cargo around and so many more unique things that we just can't wait to see what it's going to be. And this is all going to be through the Play Disney Parks app. And I think this is going to have a lot to do with the attractions as well. So always keep it on hand, download it before you go if you're traveling to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and it will just enhance your experience tenfold.
Yes, and the best part, it's free. Thanks so much for tuning into our video about everything we know about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We honestly can't wait to learn more about this immersive land, and as we do, we will be sure to put out more blog posts, post more videos, and do everything we can to make sure you guys are in the know for this amazing 14-acre immersive land. However, we do want to make you guys aware, if you do want to visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, be sure to book now. Urgency is the most important thing, and we would love to help you with that. So make sure you visit getawaytoday.com or call 855-GETAWAY for the best deals on your galactic vacation.
And thank you so much again for watching and joining us here. Be sure to stay tuned for more Star Wars updates, exciting information, and just Disney parks in general and travel. We are here for you. So be sure to subscribe down below, like, and we will see y'all next time.
Bye!
Thanks!